Okay, so this edition of In Noosa is all about recycling. So I thought what I'd do for these three recipes is show you great ways of using up leftover stuff. So what I've done here, I've got some roast chicken from last night's dinner that I've just shredded up. And I've got a bunch of kale, some red onion, some flat parsley in here. I've cooked some freekah, which is kind of a bit like bulgur wheat. It's cracked wheat, but it's green wheat. So it's very simple to cook. You just cover it with cold water, bring it up to the boil, turn it down to a simmer, cover it with a lid, simmer it for 20 minutes, drain it, cool it down, and then that goes in. So it's very much like a bulgur wheat style of thing. The good thing about using freekah, why it's good, it's an ancient grain. It's one of those old things like quinoa. It actually, by picking it green and cracking it, drying it, you're actually preserving a lot of that protein and nutrients that you'd lose by using dried wheat. Okay, so I've got the freekah, the kale, red onion and flat parsley in there. Let me just throw in the roast chicken, just whatever you've got left over. I've got some left over. I mean, you can always just buy chicken, make this salad, whole chicken yourself, that's fine. Now, I've written about kale in this, in the autumn 2016 edition in their seasonal produce guide, so have a look at that. But I've also written about pomegranates because they're two good, what I consider two good autumn ingredients. Pomegranates, while they're in season, are good, good Australian ones. People have different ways of getting into them. Some people like to just cut them in half and whack them out with the back of a spoon or something like that. But I don't like the way that actually, it breaks up, it cuts through the seeds and they bleed everywhere, and I don't like that. So I like to just get a paring knife and run it around the outside, just like that. And so you can just have a bowl of water ready, because this is a messy job and you'll end up covered in red juice if you're not careful. So get your thumbs into the top of it, gently pull it apart, so you're not cutting through any of the seeds and losing all those ones that you cut through. And then to avoid actually getting all that red juice all over you, underwater, just pull the pomegranate apart and just flick all the seeds out, and you'll find that you'll get some of that white pith that comes out with the seeds. Just be nice and gentle so you don't break up the seeds. You want them to be whole and have all that juice intact, and you'll get some of this white pith that comes off as well. And the good thing about doing it in water is that the pith rises to the surface like that, and you can scoop it off, and all the seeds drop to the bottom. So you end up with these beautiful little red, ruby red pearls. You don't want any of that pith in there, it's quite bitter. Make sure you get all that out of there. If you wanted to make your own grenadine, you'd get it to this point and just whack these through a juicer or crush them, add sugar syrup, and you basically got your own homemade grenadine, which is good good for cocktails, good for just making into cordial, but great for a tequila sunrise. Orange juice, tequila, and lots of ice, and a good dash of your own homemade grenadine. Okay, so now we've got pomegranates done. The next part is the preserved lemon. So this is a preserved lemon. Basically, you can make your own of these. You can buy them now in the shops. Go to any good deli, they'll have preserved lemons. They're usually cut into quarters, almost just held through at the bottom. And you need to just get rid of all that middle bit, all the seeds and the pith and everything. Take it down to about that. Do a couple. We should get a couple of tablespoons worth, which is what the recipe calls for, out of 2/4 of a lemon. And then from here you can do whatever you like with them. I'm going to julienne them because I'm going to sprinkle these on top of the salad at the end, so they'll be kind of pretty. So cut it nice and thin. It's very strong flavour, so make sure whatever you're doing with it, you're using it sparingly and you're cutting it nice and fine, so you're not eating great big chunks of preserved lemon. Okay, now to finish this off, I'm just going to dress it really simply. I've got some salt and pepper, good squeeze of lemon juice. You want it to be really quite lemony and tart. And a good dash of olive oil. Squish it all together so you get all that olive oil and lemon juice actually through the kale. It should absorb it a little bit, and it should soak into that freekah as well. Okay. Pop that salad into a serving bowl. And then we'll garnish it just with the pretty little shreds of preserved lemon and the pomegranate seeds. So it's really colourful, very autumn salad. Have it.